Hey, beautiful friends. This is Sarah Blumenfeld, host of Networking Done Different. And today I'm delighted to have my friend Hillary Graham, who is the executive director of Higher Up Texas. She's going to tell us about this amazing organization and how you can get involved. Welcome, Hillary.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
Of
Sarah and I
course.
go way back to 2006
Long time.
when we were Toastmasters,
Yeah,
Clear Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, and you just rejoined Toastmasters.
I did. It's so much fun. Oh, that group is just amazing.
I love that group. And when I joined it, I was brand new to Texas, so it was like my first group to ever be in, and it was great. So I'm happy to be here. I feel like we've come kind of full circle.
Yes.
My name is Hillary Graham, and I'm the executive director of Higher Up Texas. And we are basically teaching high school seniors and college age people how to adult. When you are 18, the world expects a lot of you, and the world expects you not to make mistakes. And the world has some pretty heavy consequences when you don't know how to adult.
True.
So the organization began in 2019 as a class at Dickinson High School, 2 hours a week. And we bring in guest speakers as the experts on these adult topics.
Wow.
What are some of those topics when you were 18 you wish you knew that you unfortunately had to learn the hard way about?
Yeah. Well, and kids don't know what they don't know, right?
Absolutely. We all open credit cards that, I'll pay it back, out of it. We never pay it back, and we paid how much in the end for that t-shirt? Don't vote because we feel that, well, I don't like either of the candidates running for president, so I'm just not going to vote at all.
Yeah.
Local communities, taking care of their mental health, asking for help. These things hurt you when you don't know how to do them. So instead of being passive about our choices in life, let's be armed with the tools to be more proactive and make our lives a little bit more fruitful and with less error as we start.
Yeah. So was this your idea to start or someone else's?
No, it was our two founders, Rick Gornto and Tony Annunziato.
Okay.
They, had many discussions about how, young people are entering the workforce and they are not prepared and they're not becoming successful, and the world is passing them by. They're being held back by poverty. They're being held back by limitations. But like you said, if you don't know how to do something and no one's done it around you, how would you know to do differently?
Yeah.
So really it was, let's develop critical thinking skills by showing them here's other ways to do things. And you can keep doing how you've been doing it and how those around you have been doing it, but now you've been exposed to something different, and it's a choice now you're making.
Yeah. Yeah. So are students in the program for 1 year or more or less?
Multiple years. So
Okay.
they begin as high school seniors, and then they continue in the program in our phase 2 part where they stay through, their post-college years. Right now, our office, we have several here working. They have a workshop. They're going to discuss social media behavior. They're going to talk about budgeting, things that they still need help with. Goes more deeper because they're older and now they're experiencing these things in their
They're like, what do I do about this?
right. We'll tell them over and over, but they need to hear it several times about, what we may have talked about. We created the foundation in their high school classes for HUT, but forget, or when you do it, you kind of freeze up. Wait, how was I supposed to do that thing?
Right.
We stay with them for years. And what makes the organization very unique is that this was an age group that nobody was really targeting particularly. And this is big, downfalls can happen very easily because there's so much power in being 18.
Right. Yeah. You look at, I have all this new freedom now. Oh, wait, I have all this new responsibility now.
Right. Yes. And because we are there with them and able to not just offer them the tools, but sit with them when they're trying these new things. Many of them are trailblazers. They're the first in their families to complete, to go to college, to go to a trade school, to buy a car, to go into a professional career. These are all firsts, and they're kind of like when a toddler starts to walk, they're wobbly and they need to keep looking back at the person saying, it's okay, keep going. That's exactly what they are like when they enter life after high school, and we're there to cheer them on and help them make whatever their successes happen.
Wow, that's amazing. What a gift.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
So how many students do you have in the program?
Since we began in 2019, we've had 350, and we are expanding to Lamarck and Texas City high schools in August. We're in the program in Texas City Independent School District. So we'll be growing small there. We're starting small like we did in Dickinson. Campus with 25 students, because less is more, especially in the beginning, because it's not a cookie cutter program. We try to adjust it also in real time to what are the needs of this particular community? What do they need to learn?
Yeah.
Some people, let me ask you this question, Sarah.
Okay.
What is the first life skill? What's the first thing that comes to mind that should be taught to young people that they don't know how to do?
How to manage money.
Mm-hmm.
How to open a bank account, write a check.
Write a check. That's it.
Right,
I get asked about writing checks at least once a week.
Is that right?
My older ones, they still have not written checks.
Yeah.
Well,
it's less common these days, right? They use all those apps and whatnot.
Everything. But we still talk about it, because if someone does hand them a check, they can't say, can you cash app me? No, you have to know how to deposit the check.
Right.
We're very much into, okay, we know that that's kind of outdated, but do you know what to do with a check if someone gives you one?
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of base our curriculum.
Yeah. So this is a nonprofit, right?
Correct. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are completely funded through donations of individuals, grants, companies, sponsorships, special events. We are free to our students, of course,
Nice.
And the school district as well.
Free to the school district?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So what do you need most from the community as far as assistance?
The number one thing is just people knowing that we're cultivating a generation of amazing young people who are ready to work. So we're looking for job opportunities to share with them. And even people coming in from the community who are experts in a specific topic, because the people who are teaching these adult skills are the experts. So when we teach financial literacy, you don't want to learn it from me, believe me, from the experts. So the credit unions and banks, they come in, and what this does, this twofold approach, is the students are also building their network. So if they see a opening at one of the credit unions, they can say, hey, you spoke in my class, and hey, you are also the HR director. I'm interested in applying for this job. And
that's so valuable. Oh my goodness.
Their network is their net worth. And we have students who work throughout UTMB, Houston Methodist, HCA, like all these very major organizations and companies. And it's because they have a good name backing them in higher up Texas.
Wow. Even that skill of learning that, first of all, hey, in a network is important, and here's how you build it. And every relationship that you have is affecting that network. It's either positively building it or it's detrimental to it. That's something that they probably never even conceived of before.
Absolutely. And, going back to what you said earlier, again, what you know is what you know, and what you don't know, you have no idea what else is out there. Right. So by bringing in all of these different types of people, and when someone comes in, maybe they're going to come in and talk about budgeting, but we ask each speaker to share a challenge that they had, how they overcame it, and how they got to where they are today. Because students, like, if someone comes in a suit and starts talking to them, I can't relate to this person.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah.
They share, I was a teen parent, or I had an addiction to substances. Okay, you got my attention. You're one of us. So that gives them it kind of helps their mindset, and also empowers them. Like, I can do it too.
Yeah. Oh, that's so valuable. That's awesome.
And we really love what we do. We have the classroom at Dickinson High School, and that's for the high school portion. And then for the older students, our headquarters is a standalone office in Dickinson as well.
Okay, so that's fairly new, right?
We had our first office. We started the office in summer of 2021. We just relocated to a bigger space a couple of months ago.
Okay, yeah. I remembered something about recent.
Yes, the big move, and we're already kind of outgrown it.
Oh wow.
But that's okay. We are very comfortable with one another, so we're okay being collaborative, and we are a very collaborative organization.
Yeah. So you mentioned events being one of the ways that people can support you. Do you have anything coming up?
Oh yes, we have
yes.
Hut Honors on April the 5th at the Clear Lake Hilton from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And this is celebrating the Huts making their dreams come true and the people who are cheering them on along the way. So this is an awards event where community partners are being honored. We call our student the Huts because Higher Up Texas Huts. So we have the Huts of the Year, which is really, they get surprised in real time. So nice. To make sure that they're there.
It's not like, oh, I'm not going to get an award, I'm just going to stay home.
Right. Well, what's funny is the previous winner, their job, they do the speech for the new winner, because every year there's going to be, so like if you graduate in class of 2020, that doesn't mean there was just one winner. No, there's a new one every year from class of 2020, because everybody has a different timeline. You know, not everybody does 4-year college. Now everybody does 4-year college in 4 years. They may take 6 years. So we want to celebrate the people that are making it happen. And so the previous winner, they do the speech, but their job is to make sure that the winner is there as well.
Without telling them they're the winner.
Right. And these kids are trying to shake me down and get it out of me. They're like, well, can you tell me, give me a hint? And then I let something slip the other day and I was like, I hope I caught that, but it's so exciting. And at this event, it's prom attire. So everybody gets so excited. And the reason why on a Wednesday night are we wearing prom attire is because the first class of graduates we had were the class of 2020 and their prom canceled. And I remember leading up to that, they were all excited, showing me their prom dresses. Look at the dress I got, look at this dress. And then there was no prom. So for years, I was like, man, those dresses went to waste. So I said, you know, in their honor of the founding class, we always attire, and they're all excited because this is a gala for our students, but adults love dressing up.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special.
Yeah. So that event is, I think our maximum we have is 250 for attendance, and we're like 10 away from that. So super limited. It is free to attend. And it's a beautiful event. So, and the students actually put it together. I've taught them how to basically run events because I can't do it all, but it gives them a different ownership of, not ownership, but also an understanding about how this organization functions.
Yeah. Yeah. And you never know, something that you learn over here, right? Later, it turns out, oh, that was a good thing to know. It's now helpful in this way. When you had no idea that was
absolutely
right.
Yes. Another level.
One of my other podcasts about it talked about that subject. So what else do you have going on?
I need to get through that, and then we can go. I'm in the middle of hiring right now we had 2 positions open, and I hired for one, so we're in the second phase of hiring for the second position. Work, but yeah, finishing out the school year. And because we go year round because of the students graduate, they still do things over the summer. Okay. So yeah, we always have something. So I encourage everybody to please like our Facebook page, Higher Up Texas. We're also on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Okay. And that's the best way to get current information about what's going on and what's needed.
Yes, we have a website done by the wonderful Ashley Helms of Get Social. And that website is www.higheruptexas.org. That has, pretty good information, but our social media is updated pretty much every day.
Right. Well, that's amazing. And what effect have you seen the work with the students having on the families?
Well, one of our mantras is bloom where you grow. We can't, have every young person in Higher Up Texas, but we go a mile deep instead of a mile wide. We go a mile deep because if we can teach this person how to illuminate with these skills and this confidence and having a set of core values, it just grows around them. Their siblings now are, how did you do that? Or can you show me how to do that thing you did? Purchased a car. How did you do it? We have a Hut who is 21 years old who just purchased her first home. 21.
Wow. That's amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes. And she was our first alumni of the year. And that's a big deal because talk about a goal, a big goal. She set that goal, I want to say, at the end of 2020. And then, a couple of years later, she made it happen. And she has been so successful in the program. She is the general manager of Axe Masters, and she has hired, she's hired like 4 or 5 of the other Hut members because it's like a network. Yeah. And she jokingly said to me one day, she said, Ms. Graham, all of these people come to me with their problems and issues. And I'm like, welcome to my world. You're like mini me here. But you're resourceful.
Here, throw an axe. You'll feel much better.
But that's just one person, one example, but they blossom and others are attracted to that because it's, how did you do? Wow, you did that thing. Because everyone wants to talk about doing these big things, but nobody ever gets started or they're afraid. And we teach them, okay, the world didn't stop spinning because you failed at it. If it doesn't work, let's go back to the old way. But it works usually in their favor to try the new thing. And it's great. Yesterday, one of our Huts got her first apartment. That's a big deal. Yeah. And how we were able to help her was one of our board members said, have her make an Amazon wish list with her apartment needs that she has. So we did. It came to my office and there was about 30 boxes of stuff for her.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And that's got to make them feel amazing too, that there are people that they don't even know that are caring about their success and willing to get involved.
Absolutely. I know how I like to say, like, our program is relevant for every single person in this world. Everything at 18, it was all trial and error. That wouldn't have been a little bit more smoother and saved you some time later on if you knew better on some of these things. Absolutely. And so I try to get our students understanding that people that don't even know you are helping you. They're paying it for someone in their life helped them. So they're paying for it. So our Huts, they give back in time so much to the community. They do lots of volunteer and service projects. And it's not, you have to do this for hours. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do. You make your community better. It's like people are making your life better. You pay it forward. Right. And it just has cultivated a community of people who are mindful of the world around them and the people around them too.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And you were talking about, a big goal like a house or an apartment. And I think often kids look at that and think all they see is the giant goal, right? And they can't see the steps. Okay, it's built up of all these little steps to get there. And I think that's one of the things you're helping them discover, right?
Yes. And we don't do it for them. How easy it would be if I just handed them a flyer and said, here's a resource, call them. Right. No, here's the phone number, give them a call. You'll sit right here. I'll sit with you over here. I'm gonna work on my thing, but just knowing someone's sitting there that they get stuck. Yeah. Hey, say this part or ask for more question or more clarification. Right. And it is bite-sized chunks, how to make the big thing happen. And for the student who bought her first house, she actually went to real estate classes. She knows how to do contractor work because her dad is a contractor. So she knows how to fix things up. She would her big goal is to be flip houses as a career. So she's put in the steps to make it happen.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. I'm sure you have a million wonderful, wonderful stories.
I sure do. I never shut up about them. Everybody knows that. They just have so much pride in each of them because they're working so hard and they're good people. Yeah. And the world wants to say you're low income, you're at risk, these really negative things. You failed, you're a teen parent, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
How for the world to say that about you? I know you as someone who has work ethic, someone who knows how to get a job done, someone who's creative, resourceful. That's a lot different than being told you're low income. It's like, no, they just know how to get a job and they could keep it because they've had to. And they've gotten a job at 15, 16 because they had a responsibility within their homes. And that's a lot different of a feeling than, you know, someone looking down on you and telling you these negative things. It's like, nah, that's not how we see our kids.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Wish that all kids could be seen in that light, right? The light of their possibilities and not their limitations.
Yes, we say, you know, don't be defined by your circumstances, be defined by your choices.
Yes, love that.
And it's our big mantra. One of our students is a mother, and she, you know, that wasn't in her plans, but guess what? She's already had her first interview with medical school. She's already shadowing surgeons and doing it. And, you know, the world could have been like, nope, you failed. You had a baby at a young age. And we say, your priorities are just different now. And
right.
Well, motherhood. And she's very active. She brings the baby to the workshops here. It's like, you're still our family. It wasn't this alienation, which that happens where people get alienated because society sees that they came off of the path. No, it is the path. It's your path, and that's okay.
Right. Exactly. And that in itself is a valuable skill, right? To understand that everybody has their path, and for any of us to judge that your path is incorrect and therefore I shouldn't have anything to do with you is just craziness, but so common, right?
100%. And we provide this space for them to be vulnerable, sharing their challenges, because they're not the only one having that challenge. And how nice to share and troubleshoot it together versus isolation and feeling like, oh, because when you see social media and everybody's blasting their highlight reel of how great life is, bad, you know?
Yeah. All right. Wow, this is amazing. I certainly want to get involved, and we'll talk about that when we stop this recording.
Yeah, so please, I encourage everybody, please, if anything, like us on Facebook. You'll learn a lot more when you see our pictures being posted and what we're doing, but it gives you hope and excitement for the world where, you know, the people that are going to take the next step in our world. And that's exciting because a lot of people want to say, oh, young people are this, that, like these really negative things. And it's like, oh, they're pretty amazing. And they're putting in the work and it shows.
Oh, that's great. Anything else that you'd like to share?
No, I think that's it. I've enjoyed our chat. Thank you, Sarah, for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thanks for the work you're doing. It's amazing. And I know that, you know, the ripple effects of what you're creating there are massive, and we can't even comprehend what a difference this is making in the world. So thank you so much for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening, and join us next time. If you would like to be interviewed or have any questions, you can email networkingdonedifferent@gmail.com. Have a great day. Bye.